I have progesterone, which helps slow down my digestive system, so I'm super gassy and bloated. Yay. People normally pass gas a dozen or so times a day. That's a lot. Holy cannoli, people pass gas that often? All right, guys, mommy vlog número dos. This is number 2, right? Mommy vlog number 2 and 2.0, or pregnancy vlog. I don't remember the name of it, but who cares? You guys are awesome, sending in the greatest comments, encouraging one another. I like that. Please continue to do that. Encouraging me, so thank you. I want to jump right into it because last time I didn't get through as many questions as I wanted to, and there's so much to talk about and so many things happening, so yes, here we go. Oh, okay, so something I was actually just Googling with Carlos is bloating during pregnancy. What the heck, guys? I talked about last time having a lot more symptoms earlier on and just showing a lot sooner, but something I'm experiencing this pregnancy that I didn't experience in my last is like crazy bloating, which I honestly, like, to be really TMI, I wish it was as simple as just farting because life would be way easier. But I start off at the beginning of the day super like way flat, and I have like this cute little like baby bump, just super tiny. But then by the end of the day, I look 9 months pregnant, and it's not even like I'm eating like a whole bunch of stuff. It's just bloating and it's uncomfortable. I don't really know what to do, so I've been looking up different things online, like foods to avoid. I love club soda. It says to avoid carbonated drinks, so I'll probably try to avoid that from now on. But if you guys have any tips and tricks, please comment below. That way I can read through them, I can try them, and then in a couple weeks we can assess where we are at. Currently, the bloating situation is not fun, but I don't have heartburn, which is really nice. I don't have nausea anymore, which so thankful. Bloating, no bueno. Managing time as a wife and a mama, how do you do it? Oh, that's actually a really good question. I feel like when you become a wife, God prepares your heart so much for that extra love that you get to pour into that person. So I believe with every kid that we have, we are gonna be supplied just that extra love, the extra wisdom, because we need wisdom when parenting, and just the extra energy you need to be able to handle it all. Ocean is in a really, really fun age, but he's super, super needy right now, a little feisty sometimes, but that's what my husband is here for. We're a team, we work together, but prayer life is super, super important. We're always praying for just the wisdom to know how to even parent Ocean. I mean, what do you do when your kid is throwing a tantrum and you're like trying to figure out, okay, what is the right thing to do as a parent? We're both Hispanic, so we grew up with pow-pows. You get a little pow-pow on your booty if you acting wrong. We're like not sure really what the right thing to do is. Lately, we've just been kind of grabbing Osh and just holding him until the tantrum kind of like dies down, like not allowing him to flail around everywhere, just really keeping him close and just, you know, saying like, hey buddy, just breathe, you got this, kind of just encouraging him. And Carlos just asks him, hey, are you all done? And Ocean's just like, yes, I'm done. And it's really adorable. So that's been really good. It's only because he's struggling with his communication. He's trying to communicate and tell us something, but he doesn't quite know how to say it, or he's trying to stack and they keep falling over, and he's frustrated. We all get frustrated. He's just very vocal about it when I think a lot of us would like to be vocal when we're frustrated, but we contain ourselves. Well, that was, I deviated from the original question about managing time as a wife and mama, but I'm just filling you in on mamahood, things that are going on in our lives. For sure, prayer is just so helpful, just because it brings a peace about everything, because you can totally get overwhelmed. You know, you want to have time for you as a mom, especially being pregnant, and every now and then the fatigue sets in and you're exhausted. So don't be afraid to ask daddy to just let you tap out for a second. Just be like, hey, listen, I need a moment. I feel like I'm somebody who easily operates out of guilt, where I feel guilty taking a nap, or I feel guilty taking time for me because I know so many other things have to happen. I know I'm needed in all these other areas, so I won't ask. And that sucks because I'm then taking away the respect from Carlos. I'm taking away those beautiful communication skills that we can have with one another just because I'm like, oh, I feel too guilty. But that's like totally the enemy trying to get in there and make me feel something that is so not true. You need to feel guilty about taking the time that you need for you. Let your husbands be the daddy. They can take over. They are good. Take you time. Ask for those breaks. It's important. That way you don't get to the point of being overwhelmed or losing your peace or losing your cool. That way you're just smooth transitions all around and balance. Fitness and pregnancy. Holy moly. There are so many things that I did the first time, a lot of new things that I'm trying this time, but all in all, just try to stay moving. I think the hardest part about this pregnancy was the first trimester. I hardly moved at all, which was very different from the last pregnancy. The last pregnancy, I was very, very active up until the last, I would say, 2 months. This time around, I was not active whatsoever for the first little bit, and now I'm in a place where I have a lot more energy. I'm not nearly as sick as I was, so yeah, the energy's back, and I'm trying different workout routines. I don't still do Alexia Clark, but she was great, so definitely check her out. I think that's a really good option for workouts that I like. So yeah, Alexia Clark is great. Right now, I'm doing Beachbody. I think it's like 99 bucks for the year, and I have access to all these different workouts. That's really good. But you guys, you don't have to join a gym. You don't have to sign up for any of these things. YouTube has so many options. I can't tell you how many times I've YouTubed workouts or stretches or just like simple little things that, yeah, just YouTube it. It's so easy, and if you're on a budget, I would say that's your best option. I follow so many YouTube videos. If you go to my Instagram, I have a few workouts that take about 20 minutes, and they should be right up top. I think they're on my highlighted section under like workouts or whatever. So just click on that, and there will be a couple moves, and it's great because it builds your muscles in your legs, but also is working full body for cardio and all that jazz. And you don't need any weights, you don't need anything, just need your body. So somebody was asking about what products I want to use for this new baby, like baby things, toys, gadgets, whatever. I have no idea. I know they're always coming out with new things like crazy. I can just give you the experience of what I had last time and what we'll be trying this time, and who knows? Every kid is different. I know that every kid responds differently, so things that worked with Ocean the first time might not work with this new kid. So I think it's just finding what works best for you and your little one and your family. But for us, the first time our saving grace was the snoo. And thank God somebody gave that to us as a gift, because that sucker is expensive. Ocean is getting in a drawer. I'm not sure what drawer he's getting into.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Lovely. Snoo was our saving grace because Ocean really struggled with sleep for a few months in there, and it actually worked so well that when we first zipped him up, it's a very tight little contraption that you put him in before he goes into the snoo, and that sucker was so swaddled tight that the second we zipped him up, he fell asleep, and we're freaking out because we're like, oh my gosh, we're thinking we killed our child. Like, we're new parents, we don't know what we're doing. He's a newborn, and we zip it up, and he just done. And we're immediately like unzipping it, making sure he's fine. He was fine. I think he was the happiest he had ever been because he was finally able to go to sleep because he was cozy. But as we learned more about the device and got used to it and felt comfortable as parents, we really utilized that, and that was a saving grace. One thing that my best friend Hannah used like crazy was her Halo, and so we got a Halo, but Ocean, for me and Ocean, it just wasn't quite as easy, especially because the snoo was so helpful. So I didn't really use the halo that much, whereas Hannah used her halo every single night for a very long time. I don't know, they don't still use it. Bella's way too big. But you just don't know what your kid's gonna do. Every kid is different. I would say one more maybe, let's see. We had products by this company called Nook, and it's just these kind of like beveled or bubbled sheet mattress type things, so that way it's just a SID, like a SID preventer, just super safe, super amazing. I even had a cushion for breastfeeding that went around me, but that's where Ocean's mattress was from. His changing pad was Nook, and then my little feeding device thing. And as far as feeding, I use the Medela pump. I hope this was helpful. I'm like trying to spit out what I use. I use so many different things. I just don't want to go off into too many tangents, or else this video is going to be 20 minutes long. Babies are different. I'm learning and growing as a mama. If you guys have any advice, or tell me what you use. Maybe that'll give some people some ideas down below. So comment. I love you. Thank you for listening to me. This is really fun. It's like my own journal. I get to just talk out loud and not bug Carlos and not have to stress him out. I can just word blurt with you guys.
I'm trying to convince Alexa to go on a month-long baby moon.
I don't know why he's saying he's trying to convince me, because I don't have an issue with, hello, if you could take a month-long baby moon, would you take it?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, who would say like, no, I don't want to enjoy our family for a month. Heck yeah, if we're in a position where we can do that and we're not working,
Oh, you got.
this guy needs some extra attention.
Oh.
He's about to get a sibling, so it's not uno, it's dos.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, actually, hold on. I do have to say this. As a mom, this has been my full-on guilty pleasure. I have been playing Pokemon. I don't know which version of Pokemon this is anymore, but I've been playing Pokemon like crazy, and it has just been so fun and just helps me relax, enjoy, not take things too seriously. So at night and sometimes during the day, this has been Mama's
Hey, can you say bye?
guilty pleasure.
Oh, me?
Daddy, what
Thank
about
you.
Mama?
Hey, can you say cruise?
You want to go on a cruise?
Say cruise.
Cruise. You want to go on a cruise?
Say please go cruise.
Please go cruise.
Please
Can
go
you say
cruise.
Okay, bye. Oh yeah, bye.
Bye.
We can build it all up again. We can dance in the summer rain. I know we can fight it and keep it. We'll get back home again.